Last week, I received some great advice. A friend and I were talking about this month's gratefulness challenge, and she said she actually does three things every day. The third one is to name things she's grateful for, but the other two are really cool. The first thing she does is she asks herself how she's feeling. She checks on herself. Right now, say a word to yourself that specifically describes how you're feeling today. The second thing, ask yourself what's one thing you could do differently today. The day after we talked, I was waking up, I was reaching for my phone and kind of feeling dread. And then I remembered her advice and discovered that my word of the day was overwhelmed. And once I had named it, I started to immediately process why it was. So then I asked myself, what could I do different? And I told myself, put down your phone. Instead, go to my desk and before any distractions, just brain dump every single thing I could think about. Every action item, every person I needed to email or call, everything I needed to follow up on, everything that was bouncing around in my head and getting it on a piece of paper that was making me feel overwhelmed. I already have task lists, but what I realized was there was a lot of little stuff that hadn't made a list. My brain was processing or having a hard time processing it. Then I circled the most important thing, made note of a few others that were important or urgent, not always the same, and then told myself the rest of the list was not going to go to zero, but I was going to make progress on the things that mattered. And just like that, I wasn't feeling as overwhelmed because I'd taken control of my day. Your word today might be excited. So, what could you do differently today based on that? Your word today might be tired. What could you do differently today? So, it's another idea of how to begin your day getting your head and your heart right. If you have other ideas, put them in the comments below and we can all learn from them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Monday.